everyone, my name is Alyssa and today we will be reading Zero the Hero Saves the Day. Now this book is by Denise K. Savage, who just so happens to be my mom, and this book is for second graders so that we can count by tens and hundreds to 1,000 starting with any number, and we can also add and subtract fluently through 99 using the knowledge of place value of operations and number line. Alright. The numbers were worried and all in a tizzy. 7 was thinking so hard he was dizzy. Up until now, counting days was just fine, beginning with 1 and ending with 9. And here we have Miss 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. But that day, yes, that day, the troubles began. On the 10th day of school, with all numerals on hand. Yet not one of them knew how to number this day. Was it 9's job, or 8's? Maybe 2's, oy vey! Oh, the shock! Oh, the horror! How could this be the case? Every number was sure of its number line place. All along, we have been quite enough to show sets. We've shown groups and collections. We're as good as it gets. How can there be a number that not one of us is? There is no one more expert than us in this biz. We can label 8 whiskers on a kitty cat's face. We can count 9 stars twinkling high up in space. Every face has 2 eyes and 2 ears and 1 nose. Every hand has 5 fingers and each foot has 5 toes. Counting sheep is the way we help all the kids to slumber. Up to now, we could label each thing with its number. We have never had trouble in our whole number history, but this day we call 10 is a baffling mystery. They all shook their heads with despair and great gloom. This 10th day spells chaos, we see nothing but doom. Tiny 1, to this point, had not joined the discussion, pulling thumb from her mouth. She then threw this thought in. Is it possible? Likely? Could there feasibly be any use for that number that's 1 less than me? Do we know what number is 1 less than 1? That's right, it's 0. Now, in this book, when I say 0, I would like you guys to say the hero, because here we have 0, the hero. Less than 1? That is nothing! All her friends began roaring. Who would ever choose to be something so boring? Nothing is nil, it is zilch, it is not, it is a nobody. Why, it can hardly be taught. Little 1 stood her ground in the face of such scorn. I may only be 1 in your eyes, barely born. He's my friend, that old fellow with the large circle face, and he won't mind 1 bit if he only holds place. Standing for nothing is his claim to fame. He's not an old nobody. 0 is his name. Hanging out with me, little 1, is his yen, and both of us paired up, you could call us 10. What other numbers can we make with 0 at the end? Well, let's see. Here, we have merely a 1, but with 0 the hero, we can make 10. That's so on for the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 10. What do we get if we put a 0 after 10? We get 100. And so on, if we have 100, what's 1 more 0? That's right, 1,000. All right. The numbers got silent, all mouths were agape. They stood dumbfounded, astonished, even old number 8, considered the wisest of all of the numbers, stood feeling as if he was dull, dumb, and dumber. Then, 1, you're a genius. Go all call on your friend. Tell him we would be happy to make you both 10. He can stand with us all. Though his worth will be nil, we can then count to 20 and then higher and still. With 3, we make 30. And then with a 4, we can count on the 40 and 50 and more. Next to me, he'll be 80, just holding his spot. He'll be greater than nothing, no longer be not. Woo! He'll be 0, our hero, known far and known wide, as the number we're honored to have by our side. For with him we are greater than we ever could be, counting onward and upward toward infinity! Whoa! Or in this case, maybe 1,000. Tiny One, who was not one to see lots of action, smiled a smile of great satisfaction, for her dear old friend 0 was now one of the group, and she was the one who had gotten the scoop. Old 0, he glowed, just so happy and proud. Swollen with pride, he rolled through the crowd. He'd started the day as nothing, a 0, but from then he was known as the number line hero. The end. Or is it? Was there any character in this book that maybe stood out to you? Maybe it was 0 the hero, or little one who discovered that with the help of 0, we can have greater quantities of numbers. The next books after 0 the hero, keeping in mind the ending left us on a cliff, was 0 the hero gains power, and then 0 the hero goes berserk. Do we have any idea of what could come next? I'll give you a hint. We can count higher to 1,000 and maybe even get into multiples with 0.